Ivanka Trump, the daughter of former President Donald Trump, has had quite a life of her own, both professionally and personally. No stranger to the fashion world, Ivanka began modeling in her early teens, appearing everywhere from the cover of 17 to the Versace runway. Since then, Ivanka's displayed a remarkable transformation from heiress to fashion designer, businesswoman, wife and mother, and two-time published author. No matter what you might think of her father, there's no denying that Ivanka Trump has both the fashion and business sense to carry her far in her own right. Stay tuned to check out the style transformation of Ivanka Trump, from boarding school to modeling. During her teenage years, Ivanka Trump experienced a significant disruption when she transitioned from attending the all-girl Chapin School in New York City to the prestigious Choate Rosemary Hall boarding school in Connecticut at the age of 15. According to Vicky Ward's book, Kushner, Inc., published in 2019, Ivanka's decision to switch schools was prompted by her departure from Chapin due to a consistently poor attendance record. Instead of attending classes, Ivanka reportedly spent a considerable amount of time at her father's Mar-a-Lago residence, focusing on her modeling career. Ward also claimed that Ivanka rarely faced consequences for her rebellious behavior, even when she was allegedly caught partying at a teacher's house, thanks to her father's power and influence. Given the freedom she enjoyed in New York, it's no wonder that Ivanka disliked her new, more restrictive life at Choate Rosemary Hall. In a 2007 interview with Marie Claire, she expressed her feelings, stating, "I was suddenly confined to the prison-like environment of boarding school, while all my friends in New York were having fun." Additionally, in a 1998 interview with Spin magazine, the teenage heiress hinted at having a complex reputation on campus, recounting a conversation with a deli owner near the school who asked her about rumors that she had a chauffeured limousine waiting for her at all times to take her to classes. Life as a runway and cover model. All the time, Ivanka Trump allegedly took off from school to focus on building her modeling portfolio seemed to have paid off to some extent. Similar to her stepmother Melania Trump, Ivanka also dabbled in a brief modeling career during her late teens. She signed with the elite modeling agency and achieved notable milestones such as a 17 cover shoot in 1997 and walking the runway for Thierry Mugler in Paris the following year. However, in an interview with Marie Claire in 2007, Ivanka downplayed the significance of her modeling experience, considering it a superficial pursuit that mainly provided her with an opportunity to travel and see the world. It appeared that she had more serious ambitions that did not involve the challenges associated with modeling. She explained, "I didn't particularly enjoy the act of it. It's as ruthless an industry as real estate. The people you meet in that business are just as tough." In that same year, Ivanka further expressed her thoughts on the modeling world's mean girl mentality during an interview with Harper's Bazaar. Comparing her life at the Trump Organization to her time as a model, she reflected, "Realtors have nothing on a group of catty 16-year-old female models without parental supervision. That is a mean, tough, aggressive business, and it taught me to develop a thick skin against the criticisms of others." But Ivanka's modeling endeavors didn't stop at print media. She also made waves on the runway, strutting her stuff in fashion shows, and even co-hosted the Miss Teen USA pageant in 1997. Despite the success she experienced in the modeling industry, Ivanka had bigger plans in mind. She recognized that modeling wasn't a long-term career for her and decided to prioritize her studies instead. She ditched the modeling world to attend college. Although Ivanka had achieved success in the modeling industry, she always knew that it wasn't her ultimate goal. In an interview with Marie Claire, she revealed that modeling was never her endgame. Instead, she chose to pursue higher education and embarked on her college journey at Georgetown University. She spent 2 years there before making a transition to the prestigious Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania for her junior year. In a 2009 interview with Philadelphia Magazine, Ivanka praised her time at Wharton, saying, Wharton helped me to quickly ease into the world I'm in. It really just teaches you how to analyze and dissect problems. She also humorously admitted to using her real estate connections while still in school, joking, "I did sell a few condos while I was at Wharton, to classmates who were looking or their parents, not in exchange for test scores, for checks." In 2017, some of Ivanka's former classmates described her as ambitious, private, professional, and driven in an interview with the Daily Pennsylvanian. One classmate recalled, "The first time I saw her, she came into class late. She walked very confidently. There was an air of, 'I am someone.'" Ivanka's dedication to her studies paid off, and she graduated with the highest honors, summa cum laude, in 2004. Even as a college student, she was already involved in speaking engagements and public appearances. One notable event was in 2003, as captured in the photo above, where she spoke at the Television Critics Association to promote the film Born Rich, in which she had a starring role. Ivanka's commitment to her education and her passion for public speaking were evident even during her college years, venturing into the business world. After graduating, Ivanka started her career in real estate as a project manager at Forest City Enterprises under Bruce Ratner. Although she had a personal connection to the business through her father, it was crucial for her to prove her own capabilities. She mentioned that succeeding at Forest City meant she could join the Trump organization with confidence, knowing she had something to offer beyond her last name. Ivanka worked at Forest City Enterprises for a short period before joining the Trump organization in 2005. Just 2 years later, in 2007, she and her brothers founded Trump Hotels. According to the Trump organization, the company has since become one of the fastest-growing and leading hotel management companies in the industry. Her style tips for women at work. At a press conference for her father's Chicago Trump Tower, Ivanka joined her brothers Donald Jr. and Eric, trading her youthful, sassy outfits for a more practical and polished look. By this time, Ivanka had mastered the art of looking flawless in any situation, whether for work or play. In 2010, she shared her top style tips for women at work with Forbes Woman Facebook followers, emphasizing context, modesty, and femininity, all of which she perfectly embodies in this appearance. Ivanka Trump's love story. Ivanka Trump's life took a significant turn in 2007 when she met her future husband, Jared Kushner. Jared, the son of a prominent New Jersey real estate family and recent purchaser of the New York Observer, was introduced to Ivanka during a business lunch arranged by friends who thought they might collaborate professionally. Reflecting on this in a 2015 interview with Vogue, Ivanka said, "They very innocently set us up thinking that our only interest in one another would be transactional. Whenever we see them, we're like, the best deal we ever made." The connection was immediate, and 2 years later, Ivanka and Jared tied the knot in a ceremony at her family's Trump National Golf Club in New Jersey. Speaking to Vogue, Jared praised Ivanka, saying, "Ivanka is definitely the CEO of our household." In her memoir, Women Who Work, Ivanka reciprocated the admiration, writing, "Jared is a tremendous source of inspiration and support." Raised Presbyterian, Ivanka decided to convert to Orthodox Judaism after over a year of study, marrying businessman Jared Kushner in a Jewish ceremony in 2009. For the wedding, she wore a custom Vera Wang gown and jewelry from her own line. Ivanka described her bridal style to brides, saying, "I would say I am a traditional classic bride. This style is translated in my dress and jewelry choice," adding that she prioritizes comfort above all else. Vera Wang, speaking to the New York Times about designing the dress, noted, "She was actually very much about being covered, and I seized on the chance to do a dress that wasn't naked and very Hollywood." She fashioned herself as a workwear mogul. With her job at the Trump Organization and an on-air role on The Apprentice, Ivanka Trump's career was already thriving when she decided to venture into the fashion world. In 2007, she launched her jewelry collection, writing in her Women Who Work memoir, "Women were interested in buying jewelry for themselves and were no longer waiting for a man to do it for them." The jewelry line symbolized material independence for women investing in their own luxury, and it also marked Ivanka's own statement of professional success. She told Marie Claire that year, "It's exciting for me, particularly because it would be the first thing I've done under my own name. I know I have to prove myself within the company, to my father, and everyone we work with." In 2011, Ivanka expanded her brand by launching her own line of clothing and shoes, which she eventually closed in 2018. Like her jewelry collection, her mission for the business extended beyond profit. In her memoir, she wrote, "I was really proud of the fact that my collections captured a femininity and a sense of fashion that working women hadn't been able to express even just a decade before." Ivanka Trump modeled herself as a working mom. Before Donald Trump's presidency redefined Ivanka Trump as the nation's daughter-in-chief, she spent the early 2010s working at the Trump Organization, expanding her fashion empire and growing her family with husband Jared Kushner. The couple welcomed their daughter Arabella in 2011, their son Joseph in 2013, and their third child, Theodore, in 2016. Ivanka's role as a working mom earned praise from Meghan Markle, who interviewed her in 2014 for her now archived lifestyle website, The Tig. Introducing the piece, the former Suits star admired how Ivanka transcended her beauty to become a sharp businesswoman, building her own empire independently of her father's. "It's so easy to knock the girls who come from privilege, to assume they rested on their laurels and garnered accolades simply by being fancy from the womb. But I always remember Ivanka being different," the future Duchess wrote. "This much I know. When we have drinks, I will make sure I order whatever she does, because this woman seems to have the formula for success and happiness down pat." Ivanka Trump hit the presidential trail. When Donald Trump launched his presidential campaign in June 2015, Ivanka Trump introduced him to the crowd. She remained by her father's side throughout the campaign, frequently hitting the trail with him. Michael D'Antonio praised her loyalty in a Politico piece, calling Ivanka her father's most powerful surrogate. She also appeared in television ads targeting mothers, promoting Donald's purported support for working women. Ivanka became a strong voice defending her father against criticisms, including his contentious remarks about women. During his feud with Megyn Kelly in 2015, Ivanka told CNN, "Look, my father is very blunt, he's very direct, he is not gender-specific in his criticism of people, so I don't think that he's gender-targeted at all." In 2016, Ivanka also defended her father after the New York Times published a report on his alleged inappropriate behavior towards women over several decades. She told CBS This Morning, "He's not a groper. It's not who he is. He has total respect for women." Ivanka Trump's sartorial influence. Ivanka Trump showcased her fashion influence at her father's inaugural ball on January 20, 2017, wearing a shimmering Carolina Herrera gown. Despite some designers refusing to dress Melania Trump due to political differences, Herrera told AP News it was an honor to dress both first ladies. During her years in the White House, Ivanka's fashion choices garnered both praise and criticism, with significant media attention on the high-end items she wore. A notable controversy arose before she shut down her fashion line in 2018. Ivanka was criticized for allegedly sending out press releases highlighting a $10,800 bracelet from her collection, which led to accusations of using her political platform for financial gain. A representative from Ivanka Trump Fine Jewelry told CBS News that the company was still adjusting to a new code of conduct post-election and that the email was an honest mistake by an employee. Later that year, GQ reported accusations of fraud and money laundering against Ivanka's former jewelry line. Filings in the U.S. District Court alleged the line was involved in a scheme to hide $100 million from the Commercial Bank of Dubai. Ivanka wasn't named in the lawsuit or accused of wrongdoing. The allegations were directed at her former business partner, Moshe Laks, his sister, and their late father. Ivanka Trump's White House trials and tribulations. Transitioning into her role as a senior advisor to her father's administration, Ivanka Trump embraced the privileges and responsibilities that came with her new position as a public official. To adhere to ethics regulations, she resigned from her position at the Trump Organization to serve in the White House, while her husband Jared Kushner also stepped away from his roles with Kushner Companies and the New York Observer to join the president's advisory team. Despite these changes, their financial status remained stable, with reports indicating they earned approximately $36 million in outside income in 2019. During her time in the White House, Ivanka played a significant role in various administration initiatives, particularly focusing on women's development and education globally, as well as advocating for increased funding for STEM and computer science education in U.S. schools. However, not all of Ivanka's actions within the administration were met with praise, especially on the international stage. This was evident in her widely criticized appearance at the 2019 G20 summit, where videos circulated showing her seemingly awkward interactions with world leaders. Additionally, when Donald Trump suggested her as a potential United Nations ambassador, Ivanka faced backlash, prompting her father to address the issue on Twitter, acknowledging potential accusations of nepotism while praising her qualifications for the role. She reportedly began to step back from her dad. As her tenure in the White House progressed, Ivanka Trump maintained a significant role while reportedly beginning to distance herself. Around the fall of 2017, Ivanka entered what was described as a bunker period, participating less frequently in meetings and focusing primarily on issues related to her passions for women and education. A source claimed that former Chief of Staff John Kelly was puzzled by Ivanka's presence in the West Wing, reportedly expressing, "What the fuck is Barbie doing here?" Meanwhile, Ivanka's brother, Donald Trump Jr., told the outlet that her involvement in the administration had affected her standing among her affluent friends. She was adored by all the people in the world she wanted to be adored by, he remarked on Ivanka's previously favorable reputation. "I can't say she's not disappointed by them turning on her. I just think I realized a bit sooner than she did that people would view us differently after my father's victory." Her controversies continued into 2020. Despite Ivanka Trump's reduced visibility in the White House, she faced significant criticism in 2020 for several widely perceived missteps. In a July 2020 ad campaign, Donald Trump's daughter urged unemployed Americans to find something new, sparking backlash on social media for its perceived insensitivity toward those struggling amid the pandemic. Responding to criticism on Twitter, Ivanka defended the initiative, stating, "This initiative is about challenging the idea that traditional college is the only path to acquiring the skills needed for a job. This work has never been more urgent." Ivanka faced further ridicule for posting a photo of herself posing with a can of Goya black beans as part of the Trump administration's public support for the brand. Democratic senators accused her of violating ethics laws. Additionally, her tweet containing a Bible verse during the widespread Black Lives Matter protests was met with criticism from her detractors. Ivanka focused on herself after Donald's 2020 loss. After the 2020 presidential election loss, Ivanka Trump's dynamic with her father underwent a shift. In June 2021, CNN reported that Ivanka was keeping her distance from Donald Trump amid his election complaints. An insider noted their absence from the usual Mar-a-Lago events during spring and summer, while another compared Kushner's behavior to a parent gradually stepping back during the transition to daycare. By 2022, it was evident that Ivanka was indeed stepping back from her father's political sphere. Following Donald's announcement to run for the 2024 presidential race, Ivanka announced she wouldn't be part of his campaign. In a statement to CNN, she expressed her love for her father but emphasized her priority of focusing on her young children and the private life they were building as a family. She clarified that she didn't plan to be involved in politics anymore, stating her support for her father outside the political arena. In a previous interview with Face the Nation 3 years earlier, Ivanka had emphasized that her children's well-being would always be her top priority when considering any future involvement in her father's political endeavors. However, she also hinted at unfinished business, stating, "We've done so much, but it's not enough yet." Ivanka is no longer afraid to go against her father. Ivanka Trump is far from being just daddy's little girl. She's someone who stands her ground, even when it means disagreeing with her father. Back in 2017, Ivanka faced criticism for not publicly denouncing some of Donald Trump's policies and controversial decisions. However, she made it clear during an appearance on CBS This Morning that her lack of public condemnation shouldn't be equated with silence. "I think there are multiple ways to have your voice heard. So where I disagree with my father, he knows it, and I express myself with total candor," she explained. This became evident after the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol by Donald's supporters. As investigations unfolded regarding Donald's role in the insurrection, Ivanka testified before a panel. Contrary to her father's claims of electoral malpractice, Ivanka provided her impartial perspective. When discussing her father's loss in the 2020 election and the former Attorney General's attempt to persuade Donald that he had genuinely lost, she stated to congressional investigators, "I respect Attorney General Barr, so I accepted what he was saying." She remains a supportive daughter behind closed doors. While Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump may not always see things the same way, one thing the former president can always rely on is his daughter's support. After Donald was indicted over his Stormy Daniels hush money scandal, he held a press conference at his Mar-a-Lago residence, where he acknowledged his family's support amid his legal troubles. "I have a great family, and they've done a fantastic job, and we appreciate it very much," he said. "They've been through a lot. I have a son here, Don Jr., who has done a great job, another son here, Eric, who has done a great job, and Ivanka." Although Ivanka was not present at the event, she didn't hesitate to share her thoughts on the indictment. "I love my father, and I love my country. Today, I am pained for both," she wrote in an Instagram Stories post. "I appreciate the voices across the political spectrum expressing support and concern." However, her support wasn't just expressed online, as sources close to the Trumps later revealed that Ivanka visited Donald at his Mar-a-Lago residence days before his arraignment in New York. As Ivanka Trump continues to navigate the complexities of her public and private life, her journey remains a subject of fascination and scrutiny. What are your thoughts on Ivanka's transformation over the years? Do you believe she has effectively balanced her personal beliefs with her public image? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content exploring the fascinating journey of Ivanka Trump. See you next time. Bye-bye.